Hi students, I hope that you all are doing well. In this video lecture, I am going to talk about initialization of array. In our previous lectures, we discussed regarding array declaration, about array concept. Now I am going to talk about array initialization. We will see what is the initialization, how we will do it in programmatically. At the same time, what is a initialization? In initialization process, what we will do once initialization is over, what will happen? You will see everything one by one. Content of the lecture: initialize arrays in Java, access elements of an array and their examples. First of all, array initialization. Array initialization. What is array initialization? The values are delimited by braces and separated by commas. Here, giving values into the array created is known as a initialization. Giving values into the array created is known as initialization. Initialization means giving values to the array. Giving values to the array. So look at here. All of you know that here one array is there. Okay, this is an array. The name of the array is units. What is the name of the array? Units. Okay, this is the name of the array. In this array, we are entering these many of elements. Okay, for example, just imagine this is an array. Totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, total 10 elements are there. In first element, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. What will happen? Initialization nothing but this is an array. Okay, this is an array, empty array. Nothing is there inside of this. Okay, empty array. Locations are there, but no elements at all. When you are declaring array, what will happen now? Inside of memory, this space will be created. This place will be created for what? For an array. When this space will be created, now this location is ready for to accepting elements. How many elements? 10 elements, because here array size is 10. Array size is 10. How can you say that? Because we are seeing 10 elements are there. For these 10 elements, array size is 10. Size 10 is required. So when you are declaring size 10, automatically this space will be allocated for the 10 elements. What I am discussing till now, to creating a space for elements, this process is called declaration, array declaration. What we have seen in our previous video lecture. But here I am talking about not array declaration but array initialization. So what definitions talks about here? Array initialization means giving values. What is the meaning of array initialization? Giving values. So we are giving values 147, 323, 89, 900, 33, 540, 369, 97, 14, 298, 476. These are the values. These values we are giving to this array. This process is called array initialization. This process is called array initialization. So one more array is there, that is char letter grades. Char letter grades. So what is the name of the second array? Char. This is second array. This one is the first array. First array is the units. Second array is the letter grades. The second array, here alphabets are given. Alphabets are given. A, B, C, D, E. Totally 5 alphabets is given. What is the size of the array? Size of the array is 5. Size of the array is 5. Okay. So what is the name of the array? In letter grades are the name of the array. What is the char here? Char is the data type. So already we know that how to declare array. First data type should be there, then array name, then bracket. That is the declaration part. Now here values are also given. Values also given. Values also given. When you are giving values, that process is known as array initialization. Array initialization. So I want to talk about one more example here itself. Even though I am mentioning Roman slides, but for clear understanding, I want to give one more example. Look at here, all of you. Take int, okay, a, first int is the data type, a is the name of the array, okay, equaled, curly braces open, now 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, okay, closing bracket, semicolon. What it means, this process entering is nothing but giving values to the array. Here the array size is 4. What is the array size? Array size is int a size is 4. Array size is 4. Now just I am entering 1, 2, 3, 4. So entering or giving values to the array, is called array initialization. Array initialization. So when array initialization is over, what will happen? I will show that one also to you. When the array initialization is over, then what will happen? The elements will store inside of memory location. So just imagine here, the name of the array is letter grades. Okay, shortly I am writing here. The short names I am writing here. So name of the array is letterhead. Letterhead, how many locations are there? 5 locations are there. Is this called index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. So the index start from 0 to 4. So 0 to 4, totally 5 locations are there for storing of 5 different elements. Now letter A will store 0th position, letter B will store in 1th position, letter C will store in 2nd position, letter A, B, C, D will store in 3rd position, finally E will store in a 4th position. So once initialization is over, so the elements will go and store inside of a memory. This process is called initialization. Initialization is nothing but giving values to array, giving values to array. Look at here, this entire part. Here, two parts are there. So this entire part consider as a declaration part, and this part consider as a initialization part. In initialization, we are giving values, and declaration, just we are following the syntax. In syntax, all of you know about syntax. Once we want to declare an array, what kind of syntax we have to follow? First, data type should be there. Second, name of the array should be there. And third, the spare braces. That is called array declaration. The second part, this is first part, this is called array declaration, already given here, and this part is called array initialization. Can we observe here one thing, that is in array initialization 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7, totally 4 elements are given. So when you are initializing the elements, so 1 2 3 4, and the index 0, it will start 1 2 3 0 to 3, totally 4 locations are there. In these 4 locations, 4 elements are there. Element 1 will store in 0th position, element 3 will store in 1st position, element 5 will store in 5th or 2nd position, and finally 7 will store in a last location. So once you are initializing the element, it will store inside of an array. Here we have to know one thing, declaration is different from initialization. So both things that we can observe on this slide. Dear students, here this is one also called initialization. The giving of elements or initializing the elements in a arrays in different types. We don't need to follow one way, because we can initialize the elements in an array this way also. This is different from what I discussed till now. So here just we are using array name and 0 equal to assigning the element, and array name first location and assigning the 12, and array name second location assigning the element 62, and third array name location 3 assigning the 54, and fourth array name and location 43. So how we are explained here, how elements are storing inside the array, everything is visible here in a clear way. So 0 position means 0th index, 1 position is the one index 1, and 2 means index 2, 3 means index 3, 4 means index 4. So these are the first 4 locations, second location, third location, fourth location. Totally 4 locations are there for these 4 different elements. These elements can store in these 4 locations. Here, when you are observing one thing, that is giving values to the array is called initialization. Giving values to the array is called initialization. So initialization can be done in 2 ways. What we discussed in a previous slide and what are we are discussing in this slide. I hope that you understand clearly. Initialization, or we can do it in 2 different ways. First one is what we have seen in our previous slide, and second way is what we are discussing in this slide. Okay, these both ways are right ways to initialize an array in a programming language. The students, I hope that you understand clearly what is a initialization. Initialization is nothing but giving values to an array. Okay, already I discussed how you are giving values. I gave two different examples to understand initialization. And apart from that, I would like to focusing on two-dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. So in our forthcoming lectures, we are going to talk about what is a single dimensional array or one-dimensional array. At the same time, what is a two-dimensional array and what is the difference between multi-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. We will see each and every content in a clear manner. So as for the syllabus and as for the time being, in this video I explained about array initialization. Till now I talk regarding for one dimensional array or single dimensional array. Now I am going to talk about two dimensional array. What is the difference between one dimensional array, two dimensional array? Nothing but only number of columns and number of rows. Number of columns, number of rows. In a single dimensional array, we will have only one row or one column, either one row or one column. But in two-dimensional or multi-dimensional array, not like that. Here, more than one column and more than one row we will get. That's why this one is called multi-dimensional or two-dimensional array. So one more thing, especially in this video, I want to focusing on one thing, that is array initialization. Till now we discussed how we initialize the elements. Initialization is nothing but giving elements to the array. Till now I have shown two ways how to initialize elements in a array. Now we are going to see about two-dimensional array. Here, two-dimensional array, we will use two boxes, two spare braces. Previously, I taught you how to declare an array. Here, that is about one-dimensional array. Now I am going to talk about two-dimensional array. What is the difference between the one-dimensional and two-dimensional array? Only dimensions are the difference. In one dimension, we will have only one horizontal line or one vertical line. But in two-dimensional array, you will get one horizontal and one vertical. So this is called two-dimensional. More than this we call multi-dimensional. So now we will see how you are initializing elements in a two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional, same thing. First we will use the name, array name, then spare braces. If we use the two spare braces after array, this is called two-dimensional array. If we use the array name, spare braces, again spare braces, if we use the more than two spare braces, then it is called a multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array. So one-dimensional array means it is one line or one vertical line or one row, horizontal line. Two-dimensional array means definitely one row, one column will be there. And multi-dimensional means so more than one column and one row we call multi-dimensional array. So till now, in a multi-dimensional array, this is the actually structure of the array. This is the actual structure of the array. So now I would like to focusing on one thing here, that is how to initialize the element. How to initialize the element. I want to take the small. Look at here. Initializing elements is nothing but giving elements. Int a array name equal to colon dash 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 colon dash 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 comma dash 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 semicolon. Here we having two boxes, means it is a two-dimensional array. Okay, what I am trying to explain here, it is giving values to the array is called a initialization. Apart from that, in this video lecture, I'm going to talk about accessing array element. Each element is numbered. We call this the inbox. Access an element by name of the array index number, that I. The accessing element means to perform some operations on a particular locations. Look at here. Just look at here. I want to draw a line. I draw two lines here. In these two lines, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 9 numbers are given. The 0 to 9, these are called, what is this called? This is the index of the element. 0 to 9 is called the index of the element. What will happen here? If you want to access a particular element, for example, we want to access 3.5 here. This is the 3.5 now. So fourth location. So in the fourth location, 3.5 is located. Now we want to access that particular 3.5. How can we do that? So the way you are reaching to access that element is called accessing array elements. Accessing array elements is nothing but to perform operations. It may be retrieve operation, with a push-up operation or pop-up operation. You can remove it, or you can edit it, or you can enter it, you can swap it. So this we can do the multiple operations on a particular location on a particular element. So if you want to do the operation means you are having the access to do something. This access is called accessing array elements. Why you are accessing array elements? To do some operations. What kind of operations? It may be removal, deletion, it may be push up, pop up, it may be swap. So these all kind of operations we can perform it. When we can perform it, when we have the access of that element, then we can perform this type of operations. To accessing the element is nothing but to grip on that particular element. That means whatever you want to do, whatever operation you want to do, you can do on that particular element. That is called array accessing. So giving a full permission. Array accessing. We will see a small program here. This is talk about access array element. Look at 12 here. How we know that? How we create an array? Creation, declaration are both are same. How you create an array? Simple. So first one int. First data type should be there. Then array name. Array name is age. Okay. Next curly braces. Okay. Then square braces. After that, we have to enter number of elements 1, 4, 5, 6. 5 elements. So how many elements you want to enter? 5 elements. Now if we want to remove 1, we can do it. Now we want to change 4 to third to 4, we can do it. We want to do some operations on these particular elements, we can do it. This is called array accessing. Array access is nothing but to accessing of that element to do ample of operations on that. This process is called array access. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. We will meet in our next video lecture. Thank you.